Hello Gemini, welcome to your March 2025 reading. I hope that you are doing well, Gemini. This is going to be for anybody with a Gemini Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or even a Jupiter or Gemini stellium. These cards have already been pre-shuffled, my darlings, but we are going to give them one more shuffle. If you're in need of a personal reading, visit EMPRESSEMOONTAROT.com or OceanMoonflower.com. They both go to the same place. I also do personal astrology reports as well as personal meditations. All right, so we have the Page of Swords, Queen of Swords, Ten of Cups, Hangman, Seven of Coins, Three of Wands, King of Coins, Two of Coins, Page of Cups, and Judgment. First thing I got right from the top, I'm just going to note this because this will not be for everybody, but this will be for someone. There is forgiveness that needs to be extended between a mother and a daughter. There's a lot of love here between the two of you, but I see that the two of you may be at odds. And so it's very possible that there is a need to apologize, a need to forgive one another. If this is not between a mother-daughter, it could be a mother-son, some sort of family bond here that has undergone some sort of difficulty with regards to communication. That's what I'm seeing and got energetically right from the very top. And that's not going to be the whole reading, Gemini, just so you know. This could also be, you know, a father-child situation, but I feel more like this is a mother-child situation going on over here. All right, regeneration. Let me continue talking about that one situation, and then we will break off and talk about this for all Geminis. So we have the energy of deception showing up here. I do feel that perhaps there is a child that has been lying to their mother, and there is a need to heal this. There's a need to forgive this. Whatever has occurred between the mother and the daughter, it appears, or son, mother-son, whatever has occurred here, it appears that there has been some sort of difficulty between the two of you as a result of somebody's lies and deception. It's very possible that this child may feel that the only way that they can express love is through lies because they may feel a need to be accepted. So if that's the case, and Gemini, that's you, then you know that. If that's the case, and Gemini, you're the parental figure, it may be something for you to have to look at and find a different way to communicate with your child using a different love language, whatever love language they have. There seems to be a need to fix a communication issue between a mother and a child, okay? All right, enough about that. Wow, Judgment and the Seven of Coins. Judgment is the card of forgiveness. It is also the card of making a decision, a very distinct decision. And so we see here that a long-standing issue that you have put a lot of work and effort into, Gemini, you may not have seen the reward that you were hoping from this particular situation, whether this is romantic or whether this is work-related or whether this is something else. You haven't quite seen what you'd hoped to in the past. And so our energy leading up into March is you feeling like, you know, you haven't quite received exactly what was promised to you in some way. It's interesting. I'm getting that somebody might be waiting on a bonus or might be waiting on an increase of pay, something of that nature. But yeah, I am not seeing that happen as you're moving directly into March. I may have said May a little while ago. My apologies. And so there's this focus here on waiting for what it is that you fully deserve. And so Gemini, I feel that there is a situation here in the past where you were given some sort of promise a promise of stability or a promise of long-term stability here with the King of Pentacles. It's kind of almost like, Gemini, if you just put in this extra work and effort, then we will give you exactly what it is that you desire. So I feel like you were promised something in the recent past with these three cards here. And the Hangman, this is you saying, okay, well, you know, this isn't exactly the way I've always worked, but you know, I'll give it a whirl. I'll give it a little bit of time. We'll see what happens. I'll put work and effort into this, and let's see what comes of it. And so we have the promise, a promise of a happy tomorrow, so to speak. But you're still waiting on that as you move into March. So you're waiting for the promise to come into fruition, whether that's increased pay or increased love, increased time, increased, you know, maybe a move to a new level of responsibility in the workplace. I do feel that you've been putting a lot of time and effort into work, as we see here with these three cards. We see a lot of time and effort being placed into work or being placed into a relationship that you haven't quite seen what it is that you hope to see, especially with the deception card being here. Whomever you're dealing with has been putting on a false mask, has not been telling you everything. So we see this kind of waiting energy of you going, okay, well, when am I going to see exactly what I was promised? And you needing to take kind of a step away from this in order to regenerate, in order to put some energy into yourself. So we have a waiting energy here and a waiting energy here. Waiting for your ship to come in, waiting for the possibility of what it is that you've been promised. I just really feel like, Gemini, you have been promised something and somebody has not come forward and given you what you promised, based on what I'm seeing here. Even though these cards have nothing to do with that. That's what I'm seeing. That's what I'm feeling energetically with this movement forward. It's like this waiting, waiting, waiting. I do feel that there is going to be happy movement forward despite the wait. And there is going to be some good news that is exciting despite the wait. We do see a change within you as a result of this delay. So it's almost like you needed this delay to grow and to prosper in some way, because we see happiness up ahead. We see playful energy up ahead. We see a beautiful message up ahead, but yet still waiting on the harvest, still waiting on the financial reward from something. So love is looking good towards the end of March, but finances are on hold. Finances are on hold. So if you were expecting an increase in pay, or you were expecting reciprocation from all the extra time and effort you've been putting in on the workplace, I see that's on hold right now. All right, Gemini, let's see what else we can find out. Gemini, Gemini, Gemini. Gemini, please excuse my voice that I am losing at the present moment. All right. Gemini, my dearest Geminis, give some indication of what is happening here. Yeah, see, look, I was so right. It was the energy I was feeling with these cards was entirely different from exactly what I was seeing. So the energy I was seeing was that you were promised something on the work front. And here we have the leader, the leadership, the emperor, and perhaps, Gemini, you are in a position of leadership and you're having to look at it from a different viewpoint. Like, what does leadership mean to you? And with the Magician and the King of Pentacles, you have everything you need in order to be the kind of leader that that thrives and brings about positive change forward. With the Five of Wands and the Page of Swords, I do feel that you may have had to make some sort of concession as a result of all of the potential competition out there. Look at this. What's going to make you most happy? Oh, wow. Obsessing over where is the reward from all your hard work and efforts. Because it's not been moving forward as quickly as intended, which is what we see. look, more waiting. It literally, Three of Wands fell on the Three of Wands. I don't believe you're going to see this financial reward in March. It very likely will be after, because we're still waiting. If you're waiting on a person to come back into your life, I see that you're still going to be waiting on that person as well. So if this is romantic in nature and somebody gave you a false promise, then I see that you're still going to be waiting for them to return after March, through the month of March. They're moving exceedingly slow. So either this financial, look, King of Coins, it really and truly seems to have to do with your financial security and your, shall we say, your roots. If you're waiting on a long-term companion, somebody who's very loyal to you, someone who you may be in a long-term relationship with, that you may have taken a pause from, taken a break from to try to figure things out, or a past spouse that may have, you two may be in separation. I don't see them coming back in March. I have to note that. I don't see it happening. I see this feeling like all hope is lost, but it's not. We see that it's not. All hope is not lost here. There's a lot of obsessive thoughts over all of this effort and that you put in, and somebody else did not put in the same effort. You haven't received the rewards you desired. And then we see this playful energy coming forward and this beautiful message coming forward at the very tail end of March, but it's going to be moving rather slow. So it may be the very end of March and into April. You should receive some sort of news either from this love interest or regarding financial adjustment, or a new sense of, a new level of leadership wherever it is that you are working. All right, Gemini, that's what I have for you for March 2025. Mahalo, love and light, kiss, kiss, and I shall see you again soon. Ta-ta.